Is the RODE VideoMic worth the price? The answer is absolutely. What's up guys, my name is Bradley Goss and I am finally back here with another video. As you can see behind me, I have just finished installing brand new acoustic foam in my home studio, as well as acoustic foam behind the camera. Hopefully this helps the acoustics in the room just a little bit. Today we are talking about the RODE VideoMic Pro. It's the only microphone that I've been using since January 2019, so it's safe to say I've got quite a bit of experience using it. I've used it for pretty much all my YouTube videos, and then pretty much every single client video I've done in the past year and a half. So I've got a lot of experience using it, so I know a thing or two about it. Today we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. I'm going to give you guys an audio test between the on-camera microphone of the camera I'm shooting on right now, as well as the RODE VideoMic with processed and unprocessed sound, just to give you guys an idea of the sound that you could personally get from this microphone. And then of course I'm going to give you my opinion on whether or not this thing is actually worth the money you got to pay to get it. So let's jump right in and talk about the pros and the cons. One of the biggest pros to this microphone is the price point. You get cheap, semi-professional sound. The microphone alone is $149, but if you spend an extra 30 bucks, for $179 you get the microphone, a boom stand, and a 25-foot cable. One of the next biggest pros for me is the low frequency filter. It's built in on the camera. I don't really use it anymore just because I shoot most of my stuff indoors, but if you're shooting and you don't want traffic noise like the rumble of a truck going by, it's not going to pick that up. Anything below 80 hertz, you have the ability to just flip a switch and it cuts out that frequency, giving you much cleaner sound on set. One of the biggest pros for me is that this microphone is battery powered. It's a 9-volt battery that literally lasts forever. So I've had the same battery in this thing for a year and a half, and it wasn't even a full battery. It was a battery that I had in a smoke detector because I didn't want to go out to the store and buy some 9-volt batteries because it was cold, it was snowy. So I took the dead battery out of that smoke detector and put it in here. A year and a half later, it still hasn't died. Like, this thing lasts literally forever. So my luck, it's gonna die in the middle of this video as I'm speaking. I should probably check to make sure that this is still recording sound, because now I jinxed it. Be right back. Is it off? So the little red light that indicates whether it's on is actually kind of dimming out. So I think, geez, a year and a half later, I finally make a video on it and the battery dies. So I'm going to stop the video here and replace that battery real quick. You guys, so I just want to change the battery. I thought the little light that indicates whether it's on or not was just red because that was the color they went with. Turns out it's green. Red means you gotta change it. So I was on red for a year and a half, finally on green. Also, I just stole the smoke detector battery and I set off all the fire alarms in my house and they wouldn't stop for like 10 minutes. So anyways, now that that is out of the way, let us continue. And I'm gonna make sure that I hit record on the camera because now I don't know. So when it comes to cons in this product, there's really only two that stand out in my mind. The first one is that it is not XLR compatible. But again, if you're shooting small productions or just shooting your home YouTube videos, most cameras don't even have an XLR port. So unless you have a field recorder or something like that, it's not really that big of an issue. Of course, XLR does deliver better sound, but again, if you're shooting on a small set, you're not really gonna pick up any interference. It's gonna be good, it's good enough sound that you're not gonna hear a huge difference. And the second con in my mind is the fact that you can't adjust the levels on the physical microphone itself. You have to go into your camera's menu and adjust it there. I don't know if it's like this for all cameras, but on Sony Alpha series, you actually have to be in movie mode and you can't adjust the audio levels unless you're in movie mode. So again, it's a drawback, but it's not really a drawback if you know the workaround. So in my mind, the two cons that I mentioned aren't really that big of a deal. This is the in-camera microphone, and I'm sure it sounds absolutely awful, so I will do you a huge favor and we will stop there. And this is the Rode VideoMic unprocessed. I'm not gonna do any noise reduction, no vocalize, EQ, normalization, none of the sound processing. This is just straight out of the audio recorded in the Rode VideoMic into my camera. This is the Rode VideoMic processed. You guys, I literally just recorded the rest of that video. Then I realized I didn't plug in the freaking microphone back in. So I had the on-camera mic, and we all know how bad that sounded. Back to halfway through the script, I guess. So it's really important to know that I am not a sound processing expert. Those of you who know more than I do about sound processing are gonna get an even better sound out of that. So again, just worth noting. Is the Rode VideoMic worth the price? The answer is absolutely yes, as long as you are doing smaller productions, YouTube videos, etc. If you do have a little more money and you're doing bigger productions, I would recommend looking into the Rode NTG series. It's gonna give you a lot more professional, a lot more clean sound. But again, being a small budget vlogger or you're just doing small client work here and there, this is a absolutely amazing place to start. I have had it for a year and a half. I don't feel the need to upgrade anytime soon. It's honestly probably one of the best purchases I have made to increase the value of my videos over the past year and a half. That's all I have for you today. I hope you're feeling a little more assured if you are looking into buying this microphone. And I will leave a link in the description to the kit that I have, including the boom stand and the 25-foot cable, if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you in another video. Also, check out this lamp. It's not dimmable, which kind of sucks, but like, it's cool. It's Edison style lamp, but it's heckin' bright. So, yeah, hopefully it doesn't, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'll see you guys in another one. Microphone, it is cheap, what? For 30 bucks and you'll get the, stick to the script, come on now. The microphone is actually battery powered. So one more big pro for me is the fact that it is battery powdered. So one of the biggest pros for me